Business owners and leaders, Rob Marshallonis here with LSP123, and we've been working our way through some issues or opportunities that you could consider in times of slowdown or transition or even crisis. And we've been working our way through several of these. I'd like to move on to number 5. And number 5 issue or opportunity for you is to think about your employees and time and scheduling. And specifically, in times of slowdown or crisis, you might need to make adjustments to your employees or your employee hours or your scheduling, right? And there's one option that I think gets underutilized sometimes, and I really like to encourage you to think about it, and that is the whole idea of unpaid time off. Unpaid time off. Many employees, not all employees, but a portion, and I've seen as much as a third of employees in a work group are willing, if not happy, to take unpaid time off. And this can be a real benefit and a real relief to your scheduling and the burden of your hours on the business if people will voluntarily take time off. Now, if you're going to do this or consider this, I'd encourage you to think about how to make it easy on the employees. It's a lot easier for many employees to get a Monday or a Friday off if it's unpaid time off than it would be, a couple half days in the middle of the week. And so if there's a way you can manage that to give an employee, just as an example, Mondays or Fridays or both off, if that's what you need to have some relief in your employee scheduling, that you offer that. And you may throw it out in general and encourage anyone who has any interest to follow up with you so you can have more of a personal one-to-one discussion. But there's a lot of power in just offering unpaid time off. And some employees will actually welcome and thank you for the ability to keep their job, keep their benefits, but have some unpaid time off. We're going to move on to issue number 6, and that is issue and opportunity number 6 is to really pay close attention in times of slowdown or transition or challenge or crisis for your business. Pay close attention to your competitors. What are your competitors doing, right? I'm sure you're already watching your competitors to some extent, but in challenging times, it's even more important than ever to pay as close attention as you can to what your competitors are doing. And several things you may learn from that. You might find that your competitors have come up with a solution or an offering that's actually pretty good, and they might deserve some credit for it. And there's some things you can learn from that, or maybe offer a similar offering of product or service. They may be taking a stand on in challenges where they're pulling back their offering or their services, and that would be good to know. That can be an opportunity for you. And in some circumstances, your competitors will be in a situation where they'd be actually eager to work with you in one way or another that they wouldn't otherwise have considered. They might even be at a point where they'd like to do some sort of a partnership or a merge or even or even be open to an acquisition. And so this isn't the right fit for everyone, but the point being, in challenging times, pay more, not less, attention to your competitors. Okay, the last point I'd like to make here is experience. The issue or opportunity I'd like you to think about now is whatever challenge, crisis, transition you're going through, I'd like you to think about who do you know, who can you tap into that has some knowledge or experience or expertise that they can share with you at this time. It could be somebody inside your own building, inside your company, or it might be somebody outside, but it's not advised, and it can even be dangerous to navigate through tough times on your own. Where can you find experience? Somebody to walk with you, to be a sounding board, to be a trusted advisor, to help you get through tough times. So not sure exactly what that looks like for you, but move closer to expertise and experience when you need it, not further away. So just as we wind all this down, this discussion about navigating through crisis or challenge, we all know that situations happen in business, right? And there's not much control we have over many of the situations that happen to us. but we have a lot of control over how we choose to respond. And so that's my point with all of this, is to give you some things to think about, give you some ways to be proactive. I've shared just a few of the more than 50 ideas and suggestions and issues and opportunities that I would encourage you to think about. If you want to learn more about all of this and how to manage better through slowdown or transition or crisis, and also get a printed summary of this content, what I'd encourage you to do is check out the web link that follows the end of this video. Check out the web link that follows. And just as we wrap all this up, I would just want to thank you for listening, encourage you to all stay productive.